Here at our Fit Father Project and Fit Mother Project YouTube channels, we talk a lot about the importance of sleep. Sleep is absolutely essential. It's a time when our body actually regulates a lot of our key hunger and metabolism hormones. It's when our body actually repairs and regenerates our organs and our cells. Our brain literally cleans itself and detoxifies during sleep, and we consolidate our memories and our learning, and our bodies just generally improve during sleep. And so many of us know that sleep's important, yet we find that we're still missing sleep and we're waking up feeling groggy and not refreshed. And that's why at the beginning of this year, I actually wanted to shoot this particular video to give you 7 simple and practical ways you can actually sleep deeper, get higher quality sleep, and actually wake up feeling refreshed. I know you're gonna find this video very valuable, and you're gonna find one of these tips something that you actually wanna implement into your life this year. So I know you're gonna learn a ton. Get out your pen and paper, take some notes, and let's dive on in. All right, so to get straight into tip number 1 on how to get deeper, higher quality sleep, we need to understand that high quality sleep actually starts in the morning. A lot of us think of sleep as this nighttime activity, but sleep is essentially the culmination of this whole circadian rhythm our body's been going out throughout the day. And a lot of sleep researchers found out that actually doing a little bit of exercise in the morning and afternoon actually helps regulate our body's temperature cycle, which helps us sleep deeper. And practically what this means is doing 10 minutes of exercise in the morning or the afternoon helps people get deeper sleep. So if you're finding right now that you want to sleep better and you're not really finding the time to exercise, this is a reason to go take a walk in the morning or maybe on your lunch break, but get 10 minutes of aerobic activity in particular really helps improve sleep, so get that exercise in early. And now if you're the kind of person who works out later in the night, that can be fine too. There are people who can exercise at night and still sleep fine, but there are also people who exercise at night and actually disrupts their sleep because exercise raises your core temperature and you may have trouble falling asleep. So you got to know whether or not the workout at night is going to be a problem for you, but regardless of when you work out, I'm talking about 10 minutes of walking and a light aerobic activity will improve your sleep. Tip number 2, I actually want you to start drinking some chamomile or lavender tea. We're going to talk a lot more on their channels here this year about the power of using teas. Teas have medicinal properties, and chamomile and lavender in particular have particular chemicals in them that interact with our brain receptors that lower anxiety and actually induce sleep. And now there's a lot of other things that people use to induce sleep, things like alcohol, things like cannabis and stuff like that. Well, it turns out that this is a lot safer, a lot healthier way to induce sleep. And so having a little bit of herbal tea before bed is a really, really great habit. So there's a couple brands I like. I like this brand Organic India. They have a Tulsi sleep product. I also love a brand called Traditional Medicinals. They have a tea called Nighty Night that has lavender, chamomile, among some other herbs. And so you have a nice little cup of tea sometime about an hour and a half to 2 hours before you want to go to bed. It's going to help calm down your mind, ease you into sleep, and you get better sleep that way. Really simple habit. Start doing that this year. Number 3 is I recommend you actually start eating your dinner a little bit earlier. Something that a lot of people don't realize is that eating late at night can actually disrupt your sleep because when our body is actually processing all this food we just threw at it, there's a lot of energy that's happening in the digestive system, and it can actually lead to 1, more disturbed dreams, and 2, a higher core temperature. And when we're trying to sleep and get into these whole circadian rhythms, at the end of the day, our temperature is supposed to drop. When we're throwing all this food in, the body's heating up, so it's a little bit of a mixed signal. So what I suggest is you move your dinner maybe an hour earlier if possible, and if you absolutely have to eat right before you go to bed, try to take some digestive enzymes or eat a little bit lighter in general, because that's going to help improve the quality of your sleep. So have that dinner a little bit earlier, and after dinner, what I actually love doing is just going and brushing your teeth. Even if you're not going to go to bed for several hours afterwards, what that's going to do is prevent you from going ahead and snacking in a couple hours on something after dinner, which is again going to throw your blood sugar into a whole different loop. And if you have high blood sugar and high insulin and then you're going to bed, it's a recipe for disaster. So have that dinner, shift it a little earlier, brush your teeth, because then when you go to have that snack, you're gonna be like, do I really want to brush my teeth again? It creates a little bit of an obstacle, and this one's in your favor. So that's the next tip here. Number 4, I'd like you to highly limit, if not completely eliminate, your alcohol intake and nicotine. Both of these things actually lead to lighter sleep. They prevent your body and your brain from getting into very deep sleep, and then it can actually decrease the amount of dreaming you do. This REM, rapid eye movement sleep, that's absolutely essential for memory consolidation. So the deep sleep is where our body physically regenerates. Our muscles repair, our organs regenerate, we're releasing a lot of growth hormone. In the REM sleep, what's happening is it's really more of a mental process. We're consolidating memories, we're dreaming. It's really good for the mind, I guess you could say. So we want both. And alcohol and nicotine decrease both. So we want to get those things out of our lives. And when we do drink, understand our sleep is going to be negatively impacted. So let's keep it more in moderation, if not eliminated this year. Number 5, so I want you to be very aware of the amount of blue light in your environment. And what this basically means is think about the human mechanism as something that is intimately connected with the sun and the moon cycles. When the sun rises in the morning, it impacts our eyes, and our brain actually releases certain chemicals that helps us feel very energized in the morning. And at night, when the sun is going down and it's starting to get darker outside, our brain starts to release melatonin that actually gets us prepared to relax and go to bed. The problem is, now that we have lights and screens and all this stuff in our houses, is our brain is getting mixed signals. We're getting lots of bright, glaring light in your eyes late at night. And what this does is actually shuts off melatonin production. And this is why you're seeing a lot of these phone companies like Apple now has something called night shift mode, where you can actually make your screen look like this, a little bit like sepia, orange tone, and actually cuts out some of that blue glaring light. So the worst thing you can do for your sleep is be staring at a big blue light glaring TV before you go to bed. And the fix for that is to start dimming your lights at night or getting a pair of some blue blocking glasses. So there's some like this, you put them on, it makes everything look a little orange. Or if you want to go really hardcore, you can get these construction style blue light blocking glasses. But point being, you get these, you start wearing them at night, it will improve the quality of your sleep. And I also suggest you get a little less screen time, and that means TVs, laptops, phones, and taper that as you go to bed. It's definitely going to help your sleep. And also maybe in the bathroom when you're brushing your teeth or washing your face or whatever you do, you have the glasses on, so you're not just getting those blaring bathroom lights right before you go to bed. That'd be a good idea. Number 6 is actually to start closing mental loops. I think a lot of people struggle with sleep because our minds are so overactive right when we're trying to go to bed. We're thinking about what happened during the day, things that we're stressed about happening tomorrow, and things that we left undone. And our brains are essentially, or I should say our minds are goal-achieving machines. And when we have a goal that still has an open loop, we haven't added closure to it, our brain is going to continue to ruminate on that particular project. So one way to actually calm the mind down in this instance is to close the loop for the day. So it's actually get out a little journal and write what the thing that you were trying to do, where it actually got to, at what point in the project, and what the plan is for tomorrow. And what that does, when you've actually physically written down the plan for tomorrow, the mind can rest, because it's like, okay, this is where we're at, check, I understand, didn't get done as much as I wanted to, I know this has to get done tomorrow, this is when I'm going to do that, and you add a little bit of a plan, then the mind can relax because you have a little bit more closure, you've closed that loop. It doesn't necessarily mean you completed the task, but the loop is mentally closed, and it will resume tomorrow because you know the time and when to get reactivated. And also know that some of these chamomile and lavender and sleepy teas can actually help calm your mind as well, but doing something like gratitude journaling and a little bit of pre-planning for your next day can help close those mental loops. And the best way to do that is just keep this little journal on your nightstand, and you see it, it's a visual cue, it's right there. When you hop in bed, write down 3 to 4 things you're grateful for, 3 to 4 successes for the day, and what the general plan is for tomorrow, then your mind's gonna be a lot more at ease. And the final thing is to do some meditation or whole body relaxation. And honestly, this could have been number 1 on the list. This stuff is very powerful. So when you go to bed at night, one of the best ways to actually shift your brain from a very active beta and alpha waves down to these deeper delta wave states that we want to be in when we're actually in deep sleep is to do some breathing techniques, to start to take longer inhales and exhales. So extend out that inhale, exhale. You're lying in bed, you're doing a 3-4 second inhale and a 3-4 second exhale. And as you're doing that activity that I like to do is actually just focus on the point on the top of your head and relax your body all the way down from your head all the way to your toes. Move down like a little bit of wave. Focus on every point of your body, relax every muscle all the way down as you're doing this deep breathing. And I promise you, if you're the person who struggles to fall asleep, that doing this, you do one whole sweep down your body, relaxing every muscle as you move down, taking these deep breaths, you're gonna fall asleep a lot quicker, and you'll get into more deep sleep because your mind is in this deeper brainwave state. So there's some simple and practical tips to help you sleep better this year. Sleep is a complicated thing, right? And another thing I should have added to this list is if you find that there's a lot of noise and light that's disrupting your sleep, get a face mask, put some earplugs in if possible. That can really help improve your sleep. So hope you found something on this list valuable, my friends. Sleep is absolutely essential for your health. I consider it foundational with nutrition, and I consider it more important than actually going and doing formal workouts. So if you know your sleep's not great, this is the year to get it on track. You're actually gonna lose more weight. It'll help you burn more fat. You're gonna recover. You're gonna feel more present and energized and confident and all these great things. All that starts with good quality sleep. So hope you found this valuable, my friend. If you like this video, comment below and let me know. Hit the thumbs up like button to let me know, and subscribe to our channel. We literally have hundreds of videos just like this on the channel on topics like nutrition, topics like sleep, exercise, all the form guides, free workouts, how to get your family healthy too. We are the Fit Father Project and the Fit Mother Project. This is what we do. Thanks for being here, my friend. Subscribe, and we'll see you around the channel, and I'll talk to you very soon.